Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. It's one of my favorite type of episodes. A subscriber submitted blind flight. So big shout out to Nate. Thank you Nate T for sending me this sample kit here. Oh, look at that, well packaged. Now look at this. Individually bagged, boy, he did a great job. I will tell you what, packaging A+, Nate. So now, not only did Nate, or maybe his wife, the handwriting looks pretty good. I got plastic bags to pack my sandwiches all week for lunch. Also, I gotta say, I don't know if you guys can tell from here, these bottles, they're like blue. Look at the bottles. They're blue. Blue, my favorite color. Nate, how'd you know? This is awesome. Nate, send me a link where you got the blue bottles. I've never seen the blue ones. That's baller. I can't even tell. This is like a triple blind. Not only do I not know what's in here, so it is a double blind, but I'll be damned, I can't even see the color of the whiskey. Alright. 6, 2, 5, 4, 1. Alright, so wife's not here tonight, so we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Now, we do have a thing here that says spoilers, so we won't read that. Put that away. Now, blind flight rules. Spell with a Z, because he's a cool kid. No sip and rank all before reveal. Can do. We need to provide category, type, proof, price, age, distillery, and exact bottle. Not bloody likely, it says. Well, we'll see about that, Nate. I put on my OG Bourbon Bill shirt here just to give me a little bit of luck. So let me pour these up. Alright, so you guys remember this colored order, because that's the numbers 1 through 6. I didn't even bother to write them down, because we really fall apart when Rio's not here to help. Alright, number 1, colors dark. How we like it on here. Gosh, this... Alright, Nate. This thing smells funky. It smells like Chattanooga. It's like it's like a malty bourbon. It's like chocolate malted milk balls here. But comes up short of a scotch, because we don't like scotch here. It doesn't smell bad. A lot of fruit. Like a chocolate maltiness. Let's take a sip. Oh, that's good, but it's a malty-ish type bourbon. Alright, category, I'm going to say a bourbon. Proof. 100. Price 50. Age 4. Distiller and exact bottle. I'm gonna go like Chattanooga, like small batch maybe. Well, then that wouldn't be 100, or it could be a bib. We'll go We'll go one of the Chattanooga bibs. Already we're like 1 for 1, I bet. All right, glass 2. Ooh, you know what this smells like? Cooper's Craft 100. Just a caramel explosion on the glass. But not overly old. Could be Woodford too. I was so confident on that nose rip. There's a caramel bomb. Sweet caramel bomb. There's little Werther's Originals in a glass here. Let's take a sip. You thought you were going to fool me, Nate? That's Cooper's Craft 100. Bourbon, 100 proof. Price, that's 30 a bottle, I believe. Age, I don't think that's age dated. We're going to say 4 years. And that is Cooper's Craft 100. So far, 2 for 2, I believe. Alright, number 3. I forgot to mention, you'll know what these are because they'll be on the screen, but I won't until the end. In the blue glass for the blue sample bottle. Number 3. Oh, this doesn't smell good. This is some sort of weird-ass scotch. God, it smells like a dirty gym sock. And like they wrang the sweat from a sweat rag onto like a rubber floor. That's the smell I'm getting on this one. Instantly last place. This is some sort of scotch. I don't even want to drink it. Jeez, it smells terrible. Damn bullshit. That's scotch. Oh, ruin my palate for the rest of this. That's how he got me. Alright, number 3 is instantly last place. God, that was rough. Alright, number 3 is a scotch. We'll say 90 proof, although they're probably 80, right? 85. We'll say 85. Price, anything is too much, but we'll say that's like a $75 bottle. Age, tastes like dog shit, but they're always older than you think. So we'll say 12. Oh, and I got no clue as far as scotch goes. It's not Glenmorangie, I'll tell you that, because I can tolerate Glenmorangie, but that's... Man, let's say Glenfiddich, just as a guess. All right. Hopefully, there's no more ugly surprises like that. Number 4, the gold. Oh, here we go. Thank heavens we're back to bourbon, or it could be a rye. This smells high end. Delicious, like something I'd probably have on my shelf. Very caramely sweet. Good bit of oak, good bit of brown sugar. Faint hint of peanut, maybe? But more like a roasted nut. Smells fairly old. Let's take a sip. I can't say I've had that before. Wow, that's delicious. Well, that's most likely moving to my number 1 spot at the moment. What is it? That could be like double oaked, maybe? Very oak and woody forward. Let's take one more sip. Proof's high on that bad boy. Whew. Stinging my tongue. It's very good. It's very oak and like wood forward. Oh, I would buy a bottle of that. Number 4 is unmistakably bourbon. Proof, I'm going to go with 126. Price, probably 100. Probably at least 100. Age, you know, I feel like it was double oaked or toasted, so I don't know. I'm going to say 7 to 8. I'm going to take a, ballpark here. He didn't say we couldn't do that. Distillery. Man, no damn clue on this one and or bottle. Now, could be Michter's. Could be. I'm going to say Michter's. But that's not high proof either. I'm going to reduce my proof to 120. Which is probably still too high. I'm going to say Michter's. Barrel strength bourbon. Alright, the red. Ooh, there's also a pleasant nose here. This is a little more like confectioner sugar forward. It's very drying on the nose. A little floral, perfumey maybe. Not much oak to speak of on this. But it's like a dry toffee. Not a good sweet delicious caramel. This is very dry on the nose. Let's take a sip. God, what is that? Like, I want to like it, but I'm not sure that I do. It's got a weird youth to it that I just don't know that it's very old. Take one more sip. It's not bad. Proofy. Ooh, that might be one of the highest proof ones yet. I'd say that's definitely in the high 120s. Number 5. I still think it's bourbon. Proof, I'm going to go with 126. Price, I'm torn on this one. I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say 70. Age, I'm going to say 6. I don't know what. Going back to that, there was like a hint of red fruit. I'm going to say that's a Elijah Craig barrel proof, single barrel, like a private select store pick. So I'm going to up my proof to 130 on that. And I'm going to say those are usually 80s. So we'll say $80 for that. And age, I'll say, is an 8-year. I don't think it's very old. Last but not least, number 6. Well, that smells good. Very caramely oaky. High proof. This smells like Elijah Craig barrel proof. I kind of guessed that for number 5, but this guy's a nice, it's very high proof. It's just a generic bourbon profile. A little bit of nuttiness coming through. This is definitely Elijah Craig barrel proof, I think. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, I guess that for 5. So unless he pulled a trick on me here, that's bourbon. We'll say 129. Price 80. Years. We're gonna say 8 again. I also think that's ECBP. So my rankings tonight were number 4 just intrigued me the most. Number 4, and then probably 5 and 6, 2, then 1, and then dead last was number 3. That shitty Scotch. So let's get the answer P and C. I'm feeling pretty confident. We'll see how right we were. Oh man, Nate, you bastard! We did not get a single one right. For how confident I was here. Number 1 was actually it was a bourbon. I said proof 100. So what it is Middle West Spirits Double Cask Collection, 6-year sherry cask finished bourbon, 97.25 proof, $100 MSRP. Completely wrong. Number 2 here, I guess, was a bourbon. It in fact is a bourbon. I guessed 100 proof. It is in fact 107.7. So pretty close there. I guessed $30. Wrong. Wrong. It was double that. It was 70. I guess age 4 years. Not age stated, but most likely this was 6 years old. This was, thank you for saying this, Nate, Maker's Mark Community Batch from 2020. It was a blend of 37 barrels of different Maker's Mark private selections. And it was all the proceeds of these sales went towards those disenfranchised in the service industry due to the COVID pandemic. I was actually completely wrong about number 3. I said it was a Scotch. It is not. It is in fact a bourbon. It is Glens Creek OCD number 5. I said it was 85 proof. It is 116.6. This one really threw me for a loop. Aged at least 3 years. Okay, so this is like a craft distillery in Kentucky. And it says here that they used yeast resurrected from one of the fermentation tanks at the old distillery. Guess that yeast went bad. That is some horrible stuff. It tasted like, if you like Scotch, I guess you'd like this. I don't know how that's a bourbon. It literally tasted terrible. Number 4, which was our winner tonight, I said was a Michter's Barrel Strength Bourbon. It was in fact a Nashville Barrel Company 9-year single barrel rye. Oh hell, it was a rye. I guess it was a bourbon. Damn it. Number 4? Is that a rye? I don't know that I get the rye notes on it. Probably like a barely legal rye. Probably like 51%. Let's see if it says. Oh, hell. It's a 95.5 MGP rye. Could I... I'm looking bad in this one, I'll tell you what. 120.6. I said it was 120. God dang near nailed the proof. Alright, number 5 and number 6, I guess the same, and clearly we weren't right. So, number 5 was, and I've never had one of these, it was a Found North batch number 4, aged 18 years, coming in at 124.8. I said 130, so pretty close. I was only about 5 off. 135 to 145 MSRP. 80% corn, 19% rye, and 1% barley. I'll tell you what, that's a hitter. I said like 80 or 90 for the price. I was off on the price, but I was guessing an Elijah Craig barrel proof. Nate did us dirty here. Number 6 was a special bonus trickery batch, it says. This is a 3-to-1 blend of 10-year Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Store Pick. Did I call it? I called Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Store Pick for this one. I said, though, that it was 8 years old. It was a 10-year, 129 proof. He said it's about 123, so I was close enough. It was a 3-to-1 blend of a 10-year Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Store Pick Calumet 16, which we did love on this channel. And it was then finished with 2.5 mils of El Encantada Tattoo Series number 2 Beacon of Hope. And that is a blend of Armagnac from 10 different casks. You know, I didn't do too bad. For not guessing a single bottle, I was fairly decent with the proof guesses, except for that weird scotchy tasting Glens Creek. Age, I was clearly off on age. Price, about 50%. Not very good on price. Distillery and bottle, 0. Didn't get one of those. Category, didn't bat 100 there either, to be honest with you. So, you know what I'm good for? Proof. If you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Have a great evening, everybody.